It's the morning sports desk for Thursday, the 22nd of February. And Corey, as we record this, it's 11:55. So just getting it in the morning today.
Look
so
at
it technically still is the morning sports desk.
It's and a very good morning to you.
And so let's hop right in. We got a couple things that we want to note about the state team wrestling tournament. Yesterday, I believe yesterday, maybe it was Tuesday, was the official drop of the bracket. And we kind of know who is going to play who. We know that Staples-Motley got the 2 seed. Corey, who are they going to play?
They're going to take on LeSueur Henderson, the Giants, out of the either will be defunct or soon to be defunct Minnesota River Conference down in my part of the world where I grew up. So yeah, they're the 2 seed. Congratulations to the Staples-Motley Cardinals coming out of a really tough Section 7.
Yeah.
Other matchups include unseeded Bertha Hewitt Verndale Parker's Prairie. They get the top seed in the tournament, Chatfield, and the Chatfield Gophers, CJ, could probably be argued would maybe even be the 1 seed in the 2A tournament. They are really good wrestlers.
Really good. I think that's they have 1 loss on the schedule. I think we were informed, and it was to Shakopee.
Yep. So, perennial Shakopee.
Yeah, in 3A, they're a powerhouse. So yeah, it's just a tough draw for Bertha Hewitt Verndale Parker's Prairie.
Really tough draw. And then United North Central will take on BBE in that matchup in their quarterfinals. And it's just exciting. We're excited to have 3 teams at the state wrestling tournament. Again, good luck to all 3 of those teams. Of course, we're looking forward to being able to cover them. And we will have coverage of state wrestling on KWAD next week. We're going to have coverage of Section 6A individual wrestling on KWAD tomorrow, Friday. And then probably important to mention also, CJ, a little wrestling special coming up for us on the morning sports desk.
Yeah, for all you local wrestling fans, and I know there's a lot of them, we have a little state tournament preview, and we're getting the coaches together as we speak to try and do a few separate interviews talking with them, and expect that to come out on Tuesday, because it is, we've already taped at least 1 interview, Corey, and so far in talking with coaches, and ADs all season long, they're all great. Like, they all are really great when they come on and talk with us. They have a lot of stuff to say. They always have a couple good stories to pull and talk. And there's a couple good stories that you are going to want to listen for from each of the schools that we talk to. So again, keep an eye out for that. It'll be a little bonus episode of the morning sports desk for the Class A Minnesota State High School League State Team Wrestling Tournament preview. Those teams probably go down Wednesday, or they go down Tuesday, you think? It probably depends on the team, but I think Wednesday is kind of like you got to get there, and they got the banquet, and they do all the kind of all the fanfare for the teams that make it down there. I think that happens on Wednesday. My guess is teams go down there Wednesday.
Yeah, sure.
So be on the lookout on Tuesday. So that way, if you're somebody who's going down and somebody's maybe on a fan bus, it's perfect listening material on that long drive down to the cities.
Speaking of a fan bus, the only one I've seen information about is Staples-Motley, their fan bus. I believe it's now been announced as a free fan bus.
Wow.
So, you might want to go ahead and Cardinal fans, get yourself signed up for that.
Bertha Hewitt Verndale Parker's Prairie, I think, has a fan bus as well. I think I think I saw a Facebook post on that the other day about getting that ready. So don't quote me on it, but go check on the Facebook page of any of the schools. I'm sure it'll be up there. Or BHVPP Wrestling as well.
Or just go. What do you need, a bus? Just get in the car and find a buddy and split up some gas and pick up a thing of Diet Mountain Dew and some Funyuns for the drive down and just go. If you've never been to state wrestling, I know I say this about every state tournament, and eventually this turns into a reverse Boy Who Cried Wolf kind of situation. State wrestling is an incredible atmosphere.
It's awesome.
It is a totally unique experience. Especially, they've got 8 mats set up. So it's fun to hear the reactions from the crowds in different parts of the arenas. And I love the state wrestling tournament. I love it. Every time I go, I always think to myself, gosh, I wish I knew anything about this sport because this is so fun.
Right, exactly. Just even from a pure entertainment standpoint, Corey's just yelling from the bleachers, pin him, not understanding anything about the point system.
I've gone to watch, I went to Sibley East. That was my high school. I've gone to watch my friends and Sibley East as a team. I've had cousins who have wrestled there, and it's like going to a bar where everybody's there to watch a big UFC fight. Everybody in there. So all of a sudden you just get in and amongst this crew. My cousin wrestled for Pine Island, and we remember sitting with the Pine Island fans. And before I knew what was happening, I was just like, ah! with all those Pine Island fans. It was awesome. It was so much fun. I love state wrestling.
And the good thing about the state wrestling tournament, if you plan on going down there, is it's not just for one day. That thing goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can make a whole long weekend in downtown St. Paul, which, by the way, is a very good chill vibe. You can go to Casetta's and get some pasta, go to Tom Reed's Hockey Pub. You can no Double Eagle Grill down there anymore. I learned that last time I was down there. But the
Liffey and Big Gingers still exist.
And, there's like, the Science Museum or something like that if you're so inclined. So there's stuff to do in downtown.
Mickey's Diner, mere blocks away.
Right. You can just be there. I guess you can go along the river. That's always really cool. The point is, state tournament's a fun time. Go down there, be there, be square, I guess.
Do it.
Kyle and Dan will not be square. They're going to be down there at the
so tired.
That Saturday afternoon broadcast when they're wrapping up the individual championships is going to be running on fumes. But you know what? They wouldn't have it any other way.
I believe the Class A quarterfinals are going to begin around 1:00 on Thursday. Yep. I believe the session starts at 9, runs from 9 to 3. So those Class A quarterfinals will happen around that 1:00 time frame. Just for wrestling fans and area fans to know.
Perfect. Okay. And that's it for our wrestling coverage for the day. Man, we really hammered the individuals. We hammered the teams. We talked about our preview. We did a whole lot of stuff. So, Corey, you had a hypothetical you wanted to throw our way on the sports desk as we wrap up a little bit shorter episode today.
Yeah, I did. Did I tell you what it was beforehand?
Depends. There were a couple different ones you had.
Yeah. Let's just do the Kelce thing.
Okay,
because I can't remember what the other one was. I've forgotten already.
I thought it was your dad winning that wild puck.
Oh yeah, see, I told you I forgot. So the wild on Twitter or yes. the social media formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
Do a thing before every game where you can either reply or quote artist formerly known as retweet, and they want to know who you think is going to score the first goal of the game.
Okay.
And my dad does it every single time. And for 3 straight years, he has typed in Joel Eriksson Ek. He doesn't, it's not a guessing game for him. It's a numbers game for him. And he was like, eventually, I'm not only going to be right, I'm going to be the one who's chosen. And he was finally chosen. He got a package in the mail with a note from the Wild that said, congratulations, on February 19th, you chose Joel Eriksson Ek as the Wild's first goal scorer. We have selected you as the winner. Here's a hockey puck signed by Joel Eriksson Ek. For 3 years, he's done nothing but guess Joel Eriksson Ek. And they finally were like, I don't know, probably took pity on this old retired teacher. It was like, I mean, he responds to every single one. Can we just give him one and maybe he'll be done for the rest of the season?
And I guess it worked.
It worked. It finally paid off. I love I love that he didn't try to guess. He has no patience. He's retired. He has no patience for games. He's just like, man, Eriksson Ek, mark it down.
Does he have a bot run the account that just every single day it's just an automatic response to the Minnesota Wild? So every single post it's just Joel Eriksson Ek, Joel Eriksson Ek.
If he knew how to do that, he would have done it.
I mean, who says the older generation can't use analytics? That's an analytic mindset if I've ever seen one. Just run the numbers. The numbers say it's going to work.
Losing is not an issue, but winning's kind of fun, and you are guaranteed a chance to win if you just commit.
Right.
You just commit.
There you go. Perfect. So the answer is, kids, if you're listening, keep guessing C. It's bound to be right eventually.
Absolutely.
So anyway, let's talk about Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelce ran a 5K.
Okay.
He's the center for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Former center.
He's the former center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Professional athlete, Jason Kelce. You might know him from his famous podcast, whatever it's called, with his brother, who's dating a famous singer.
Wait, really? He is?
That's the rumor that's out there anyway.
Why aren't people letting me know about that?
He ran a 5K, a fundraiser 5K for autism or something like that.
Nice.
Very cool. And he ran it in 43 minutes.
Okay.
Which is not very fast. I think the splits were like he ran it like a 4.5 mile an hour pace, which is essentially like a fast walk. Now, here's the discourse, because if you put yourself and thrust yourself into the limelight like the Kelce family has, discourse follows you. So the discourse on this is he's a professional athlete. It took him 43 minutes to run a 5K. I thought he was a professional athlete. What the heck is going on here? My question to you is that surprising to you that a professional athlete took 43 minutes to run a 5K? Does it matter? And whatever, just what do you think?
I mean, first off, doesn't matter. No, because this is a charity thing.
It
so
matters
no, it doesn't.
That he did it for the charity.
Exactly. That's what matters. And him and his wife probably donated a big check. So that's what the big deal is. On the other questions, see, it would surprise me more if I didn't know who Jason Kelce was. If you would have told me Jason Kelce was a wide receiver, I'd go, what?
If I would have said professional football player, Jason Kelce, and that's it, it would have been surprising.
It would have been surprising until you realize that he's a center. Do you know what the center's blocking assignments are? You either go to the left or to the right. You're not pulling. You're not expected to go downfield. You are just expected to get the ball to the quarterback and take one step to the left or to the right or forward, unless you're pass blocking, in which case you take one step backward. Like, his main objective was to be huge. So no, it doesn't matter that he's not that fast. Like, he wasn't supposed to be fast. He was supposed to be quick, maybe a little twitchy, but is he supposed to have the endurance to run a 5K in under 43 minutes? I mean,
he was gassed. He was gassed when it's all said and done. All of those things are true. The man is 300 pounds. His season's been over for 6 weeks. We saw him in the playoff games in the box for Kansas City. That dude's been hammered drunk for 6 straight weeks. That guy's done nothing to prepare for this. And you would think being a professional athlete would prepare you for it, except his only job is to be strong and ready to go for like 8 seconds at a time, max.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not a big deal. It's funny. It's funny that there's a discourse over it in general.
I mean, just can you imagine the amount of Busch Light that is sloshing through that guy's stomach as he's trying to run that 5K?
Yeah.
That's the
Jason Kelce's the type of guy to pregame a fundraiser 5K for autism.
Right. And not even because, like, I don't want to be here. And it's because, like, all right, I'm here. Let's make this a party.
Bro. Absolutely. Let's get after this.
He's like meeting up with some buddies. Like, he's got like he's hanging out there. And then afterwards, he's going to drink a beer and sit there with his feet up for the next 2 hours and just not move and just chill and hang out with everybody.
It might come out that he beer bonged double pounders of Keystone Light, because Keystone is always smooth. Like that,
he's got the stones for it. I tell you what,
if that's the case, I mean, it would take me. It would have taken me 43 minutes also. So it's fine.
It's fine. This has been the Morning Sports Desk for Thursday, February 22nd.